keep it back because Bruno will just kill it. And that's a lot of triggers. Goodness. Extra combat after this. That is actually crazy with this axe. So it means that we're actually going to be making 4 treasures per combat step. That is insane. Really cool. Hello and welcome to a re-deck tech. It's a deck tech of a card or of a commander that we already did a while back. I think it was 2 years ago when I first made this, which is just crazy to think how time flies. And the reason I've made this again is because firstly, he's very popular. Secondly, the first video did very well. And thirdly, I think it's fun to revisit old things, give them a new kind of update. There's not a terrible amount of brand new things in here. I mean, we've got the swords, which are always good. Now, these don't trigger on attack, they trigger on damage, so not too hot on them. But the diamond pickaxe does trigger on attack, which is nice because you get 2 treasures if you equip something with this and attack. That's pretty awesome. Obviously, combine that with Captain Landry Storm, which gives you treasures on attacks anyway. Lelia gives you stuff at the top of the deck to play. We have Monastery Mentor, which is just so nice in pretty much any white deck, just to give you loads of prowess. Monks, whenever you cast non-creature spells, just absolutely love that card. Sun Titan has been added, which is fantastic in the deck because not only can he return your commander from the grave to the battlefield, he gives you attack triggers, which returns other stuff to the battlefield as well. I've just realised with Sun Titan, you could probably put in even more fetch lands if you really want. It works with every single fetch land. We've got a few here, Fabled Passage, Bloodstained Mire, but you could just use the off-colour ones if you're really that way inclined. And then Anand Pakal, one of the strongest boogeymen of the format within the deck itself, I think is just crazy. Even one trigger with Isshin is awesome. You know, it's a strong deck. I like triggers. I like stuff going on the stack. This is it. If you want to do that, let's watch and see what happens in today's video. Deck tech at the end. Stay tuned. Watch all of the video, or I'll send some killer blobs to your house. And they will do things. All right, this one's debatable how good this is, but having the Rahilda early is quite nice. If they're a Super Friends build and go for some walkers, we do have a couple of answers potentially in hand. So we can already go for the Mardu Triome in the first turn, which is just wonderful. It means we can play all of our stuff pretty smoothly from now on. And the Cavern of Souls might prove useful. They do have blue, so they might use a few counters, but we'll see. Oh, please don't be Thoughtseize. It's Duress. Oh dear. Okay, so there goes maybe ECD or the sword. I don't really know. We've got a stacked hand, really. At least we get to keep the Rahilda, but they might have some more removal. I don't know what it is, right? I know it's completely psychological, but when you get Duress or Thoughtseize, that's already painful. But it's when the opponent takes ages to think about what to discard. I know I'm a super genius and I'm just really quick at deciding, but the more they look at each individual card, it just feels like even more pain. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got First Strike. So we go for humans. Let's see what they do. We've also got Iganjo. So they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. Oh, okay. Nice. They're going to give us a card. Kaya. Okay. So I could have gone for the Isshin there. I'm starting to ask myself why I didn't actually do that, to be honest. But I guess this is actually pretty potent flipped, really. If you do hear any moaning or screaming coming from downstairs, then that is because my son is trying to have a poo, and he's currently struggling with that. And it's a struggle that a 3-year-old does have, which is kind of sad. It's constantly, you know, trying to poo. It's something you forget when you're an adult. What do we do? Probably want to play the land, really, don't we? Let's see what they do here. It's tempting to use the Iganjo as the 4 damage variant, but I'm just really hoping they don't block, to be honest. They are going to do it anyway. No, they're not going to do it. Oh. Wow. I bet they're doing that with gritted teeth, to be honest. Another Planeswalker, which is too expensive to cast. And a Grackmore. I suppose. Fine, we'll play this. I don't really know how it's going to help us, but enters with 3 counters when another creature dies, has counters on it, blah de blah. Okay, proliferate. Oh, lightning helix. I think we do this attack again because we've got the lightning helix now. We can kill any blocker. We can pretty much trade. Oh, that's the perfect block. Yeah, because now we get to kill it with first strike damage. I feel ever so cheeky. Oh, screw you, attracts a player. Love it. Oh, I love technical plays. Technical wins. They're the best. Because people concede because you're just technically more wonderful than they are. Let's go, Ragavan. Turn 1. Actually, no. Turn 2, because this comes untapped. Oh. Oh, boy. Massacre Girl. Pretty sweet card. Shame about the fact that she's probably going to be specialising in murdering our entire team. Which is to be expected. Given that it's mono black. And we are mono creatures, pretty much. Jadar, gonna make a blocker. So, what do we do? Go for the Jadar, I think. He does grant them quite a bit of value. They can't block with that guy anyway, so we will swing in. And let's go Robber the Rich. They have more cards in hand than us, so we should be able to get a bit of advantage off that. What toughness is this? 4. Yeah, that is a bit of a bugger. 4 toughness. 4 mana 4/4s. Who would have thought? Mind Stone. And a Bat. Neither of which are good blockers, so they're going to steal one of our things. They're going to take the Anam Pakal. Attack trigger. Okay. Ooh, okay. Do we just go for the Isshin? So they're probably going to block the Ragavan, which is to be expected. Graveyard thing. But we do get the Anam Pakal back. So swings and roundabouts. Obviously, they do go for the 4/4 next turn. We don't have any removal, which is kind of annoying. So we may have hit a dead end here. I wonder if we had enough removal in the deck. Baleful Mastery is going to give us a card. They don't like us playing free stuff off the top, do they? A Nest of Scarabs. Does that go infinite? I'm not sure. And they're empty-handed now. Well, they're not empty-handed, sorry. They're not empty-handed. But Robber the Rich will not trigger. I think we just go for the Warhound because it's unlikely that they'll have more lands than us at in this juncture. So we might as well just swing out there. Whenever it dies, if it happens less than 1, draw a card. Okay, so now they're going to have maybe some Wither effects. Reach of the Schism. Now we have Iganjo. How much is this? Plus 4 for each legendary creature you control. 1, 2. Right, let's just swing in. Okay, let's just swing in. Let's see what they do. Yes, that's going to be nice. Take care of that. They get rid of that. And then we can go for the Graveyard Trespasser as well. We'll get rid of the Bat, because the Bat is annoying. Okay, I feel like they're going to have some kind of wipe here. Languish. No, just Massacre Girl again. Interesting. That felt pretty successful. Alright, it's time to test out how good Lazavera Faces is on the other side of the field here, because I did recently make my own, and it was just crazy. I mean, let's see if the opponent can pull off some crazy things themselves. Red source, we definitely want to keep that on top, otherwise we cannot cast Isshin currently. Cannot cast Isshin currently. There's a lot of similar sounding letters there. We've got the Get Lost open, so we can kill one of the defenders. They go for Lazav, Modern Age, Saga, draw then discard. So they are a Reanimator shell. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I should just focus more on reanimation. Ugh, they've already got that in the graveyard. It's pretty disgusting. And then we go for Mila first because we want to be able to draw cards if they target our things, and Mila basically has that built in. Whenever a permanent you control becomes target with spell ability, that's pretty awesome. Includes anything, lands, enchantments. They're putting some big stuff in the graveyard. Maybe this is where I went wrong with my own build. I focused too much on the clue side, I do believe. Okay, and they're not going to do anything, and they've got 3 mana up. Sure. I'm just going to pass. I don't want to give them a free counter. Man, playing Dimir. Two, 3 flyer. I mean, it's not too bad value for 2 mana. Can't really go wrong with that. Thoughtseize. Let's just get rid of this here. Man, this is going to suck. Thoughtseize really just ruins our day. I already feel like whenever an opponent uses our build, or well, our version of a commander deck, they're always really annoying about it. They've always got everything they need. So frustrating. Now we can't. If they take the sword, okay, we're going to lose some value there. Not being able to draw cards with that. And they're keeping up 3 mana. Clearly they've got a counter spell. Maybe we just give them the Isshin then. Just take it then. So damn eager to counter something. Okay, so that means they might have a board wipe if that's the case. How weird to leave up 3 mana and not actually have any priority. Right, so they do have interaction. It just wasn't a counter. Okay, fine. They're giving us a card. Now, interestingly, they killed the Isshin, which they've also seen our hand. We don't have any interaction with Isshin. So it probably would have been better if they killed the Mila, because this actually gives them the cards. It gives us the cards, right? Lazav with 2 mana up. So do they have a counter? We're going to find out in a sec. No counters still. Maybe I was just being overly cautious then. Now what? Is it just... I don't know. It just feels like some pretty bog standard moves. Vanishing Verse. Using Casimir. Okay. Sure thing. I mean, it doesn't even kill the Mila. I mean, I get why they did it in order to kind of take off the drawing ability. But when we use Ultimatum, do we have any swamps? No swamps, so this is going to come in tapped, annoyingly. Then they do go for the Lazav again. And they're going to use a map on it as well. But here's the thing, if we do find the removal for Lazav, then we've just completely foiled them. Another tap land. And when they attack, they can get Demon or an Ancient Silver Dragon. That is bad. This is 2 mana, so we can't hit it with Ellsworth Conquers Death. Okay, fine. Well, at the very least, we do have Vanishing Verse, so if they become a copy of something big in their graveyard, we can try and exile it. Now, if that ekes out a counterspell, in our following turn, we can use the Ruinous Ultimatum. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about is if they become a copy of the Dragon, and then they do manage to hit with that, they're going to draw D20 cards, which is probably going to end the game. And we're not going to have a way to fight it. They're going to go for that. That places a creature, okay? So now they have to pay 2 mana to become a clone of the demon. So let's do this block, which should force them to transform it. Unless they're just going to... Okay. Now, obviously, we really don't want them to have a counter spell, because the counter spell will not only foil us here, but it will kill both of our creatures. No! Wow. Okay. So now they lose the exiled demon underneath us as well. Wow, okay. Sword. I'm starting to think, wonder if they do have any counter spells at all. Considering we just not hitting any... Maybe I was wrong. Maybe my judgment was wrong. Well, we might as well helix them here. There's nothing else we're going to do in our turn. Take them to 9. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we know now that when priority doesn't pass, they don't seem to have any response, so who knows. Again, something that ECD cannot hit. And we haven't had a single double attack trigger the whole game. Time Warp. Okay, maybe they're just desperate for answers then. Just tap out, man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can they flip this? This costs 6. So they could do that. And then they would have themselves a 5/5. Which is going to be a nuisance to get through. They're going to go for Lazav. And if they use this, then they only have 1 mana remaining. And there's only a few counter spells that can counter Ruinous Ultimatum at this point. At 1 blue, I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's just probably like 2 or 3. Now, if they have one in the hand, good for them. But if they don't, then... Ooh. So we should go for the Thoughtseize first. To tap the single black source here. Yeah, so this should get rid of any defense systems they have. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, hopefully we've left open the right mana. And, okay, yeah, then I think that's going to be pretty good. Because we also get rid of the Kasmina's Transmutation. Takes care of the defenses. So we know they draw Frogify on top. And there's not really much else they can do at this point to stop us from swinging in for 7 and maybe getting some lands on the top. So they have 1 more turn here. They do get a lifelink here in their turn, which might make a difference, might not. But we do also have ECD in hand, so whatever they do, it's going to have to be pretty good. Even if they use Lamia with Frogify, we have this, and we have at least 3 power on board. So we cleared the field pretty good. Just good to show that Lazav doesn't really do much. I'm going to quickly interrupt this video to tell you this video is not sponsored. And because of that, the channel does need help from people like you. So if you do want to support the channel in your own way, you can like and subscribe, which is completely free. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can donate to the channel via my Ko-fi link below, or become a channel patron. And if you become a channel patron, you can get a custom video of your choice. Check out the details below. Risky keep. I want to keep it though, because the Dark Ritual is calling me forward. If we can somehow ritual out into the Luca, that would be kind of cool, right? 6 mana though. We only have 2. So that's why it's very risky. This was definitely a risky keep, especially given they're probably going to have lots of mana dorks. That ain't a mana dork. Oh, okay. I'm feeling a lot more confident all of a sudden. So next turn I give 3, 4, 5 mana. Ryu with double combats would be pretty sick. Carry at it. Okay, so we definitely want to kill that. Optimize our mana. Okay, nice. Now, interestingly, if Isshin next turn and the following turn, Ryu. So we get double combats. If a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone on tap it, if it's the first combat, there's additional combat phase. This after its phase, Leaf Crowned Visionary. They do have red, so they do have access to some red cure spells. Battle Driver. I think for now, I'm just going to do more tempo stuff. I'd rather not use the ritual here. Red open. What's red going to do at this point? Give him +2 defense? What could red do here? Lightning Bolt is not going to do anything either. Maybe they were just deciding what to discard. Yeah, maybe that's why the priority was there. Down to 22. So this guy could come out next turn, and we do not have the right removal to deal with him. How do we kill it? I don't really know, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, this guy does have Death Touch, though. So maybe we just get this guy out. Lightning Bolt. Okay. Right. Yeah, we don't get the mana we needed, but this is the struggle we have to face. We can do some interesting things with Death Touch, though. Beast Whisperer, that's going to be a Lightning Bolt target. If I ever did see one. The Llanowar Elves. Ugh, gross. Well, they've already drawn a card, so there's no point killing it right away. 3/3. Damn it. Yeah, kill the Beast Whisperer. That's going to give them the most value. So can Zahn. That's a Human Knight. Let's just attack with the Triumphant guy first. That's nice. Venturing twice. Scrying. More removal would be pretty good. Or land. Sword. We don't have the mana to equip it in the same turn, so I'm going to put it away. Ironically, we do have the mana now with the treasure, but it's fine. So, Death Touch, first strike. What are they going to do? Okay. Ryu is going to be pretty sweet. I think we're going to go for the Battle Driver here. Because it's the same difference, right? If we went for the Ryu here, it could attack next turn anyway, but with the Battle Driver, it gives any of our huge things haste. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Itali. Oh, man. That is not what I expected in this deck here. Because it... Oh my god, +7. And what was that they got here? Loran, so they're going to kill our treasure. Okay. And a Cabaret Revels. Man. That is not very nice. Itali. You know, one thing I respect is when stuff's on brand, on flavour. But then when they suddenly just play a huge value thing because it is a value thing, like, I kind of feel like, man. Oh, I'll take the 12. Down to 14. What can we really do? Gains trample as well. Come on. Trample as well. What can we do? This into Dark Ritual. What does that do? Not much. I guess we just attack with this guy first. Double triggers. Let's give the Loran a debuff here. Draw a card. Imagine a board wipe. That would be pretty good. No board wipe. Allosaurus can give all their stuff by 5. Yeah, it's not so good, is it, really? What can we do? 5. I don't really know. Oh, just dead? It's ironic because the trample is what we die to, but... Can we live? If we do this, Dark Ritual into... Damn, the mana is just not treating us very good here. We need... What can we do? We need the double white. We've only got 2 white. How do we do this? And if we want the extra creature, we can't. So if we do this and then the black, we'll only have black and then red left. We can't do what we want to do, basically. And if they use this, we die to that anyway. I think we just have to go for Monastery Mentor. And then pass to them. Yeah, stupid card. Stupid card. Land. Probably going to be another 7-drop, isn't it? Root Rider Fawn gives them another creature. Elvish Mystic. Okay. +2/+1. Hey, it's interesting. They're going to make us each draw a card. Wow. Temple. Huh. They're just going to attack with the Tali? Interesting. Huh. I feel like they're a bit worried for some reason, but untap it as well. So that's 14. I guess we can make a what is it? A bit 3-2 here, 3-1, should I say? Okay. And then we can kill the Llanowar Elves, take 11, which is risky. Yeah, fine. I don't really want to lose any other assets, to be honest. Skyclave Apparition. I mean, that's okay. Double attack. Oh, I don't know what to do. Let's go for the temple. Another land. So we can only play one more thing here as well. $18 life. I'm trying to be very careful here. Double attacks don't work because, unless of course we kill the Ragga Dragga, and then all their stuff is a bit weaker. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Exile that. Reduce the power and toughness of their mana dorks a little bit. But we really do need to leave that behind. So we're just going to swing in with this. And we could gain a life and scry one, or we could get a blocker. I think getting a blocker is more important than gaining life. Not another land. Yeah, we're pretty much dead anyway, right? Because if they flip that, it becomes trample. It's just a shame we don't have like a kill spell here. Because if we had a kill spell for 2 mana, we could kill something and create a 3-1. And they get another mana dork. We're down to 2. I don't know. We just need to draw something good. Alpha. 5 attacks, 6 blockers. They are forcing our hand here. Attacking and tapping 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, they are forcing our hand, and the Ragga Dragga makes this really, really awkward. Block here. I really want to keep this. I think this was an unfavourable attack for them. Unless I've got a surprise. Oh, wait. I didn't even see the Atali. Oh, the trample, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it was a losing battle since the Atali came down, yeah. How did I even miss that? Oh, well, yeah. It's just too much going on. I swear we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but yeah, the trample. There's nothing we could have done, right? 3. Toughness. Yeah. Oh, well. Let's keep this risky hand. I like the mana dorks the mana enablers we have. It's just a shame that we can't actually play any of them turn 1, because we would have had a turn 2 Isshin there. But that's the way it do be. Double strike equipment. Ugh. Okay. Gross. Gross. Strike it rich. So they give any swords to this, we're going to be in trouble. Although we do have the Koligan's command to destroy an artifact, so this might actually be our way out of this sticky situation we have here. Especially if they give them cheap equipment. Ancestral katana, should I say? On me. Let's go cavern naming human. And then we can go for this and then the diamond pickaxe. So we're just going to set up a little bit here at the risk of losing the Isshin. However, if we can untap in our next turn and attack with a pickaxe, we're going to get 2 treasures. And that's going to be able to let us play even more things. Maybe even sword and so on and so forth. Plate armor. +3/+3. Oh, jeez. Ward 1. Double strike, that's 6 damage. Okay, that is a problem. So we're going to want to sort that. Oh, Runer's Ultimatum. 2 to equip, 2 treasures back. I think we have to be really careful tapping this. Yeah, for now, we're just going to be content with Destroy Artifact, 2 damage. Let's take care of the onboard beings. And then... yeah, we're going to lose here, Ganjo, sadly, but we're going to get 2 treasures back here. And I think we're going to be pretty safe, considering we've got the ultimatum, which seems to be the command of the deck. 21, 3 treasures open. No, let's not go for the sword here. So-fi. We want to keep it back for the ultimatum. So far, I've only seen commons and uncommons. This is actually one of the most honourable decks I've seen. And if it's just commons on commons, this is a very rare treat indeed. So I appreciate this Kalajad. I mean, they could just have a farewell and be absolutely trolling me here. But they've only got 4 mana up. Aurelia. Cool, so now we can be a bit greedy. Play the SoFi. There's no point equipping it just yet. Because it would only get pro red and blue anyway. And I've just realised this has double strike. So double strike plus the SoFi. That's going to be it, right? Or like double strike plus the diamond pickaxe. Oh my goodness. Let's see how many incredible triggers this is going to give us. So let's move this over. Move the sword over. I know we could have done some other more boring things there. Oh, it fell off, didn't it? Because I got pro... okay, fine. Fine. I messed up, yeah. If you move the sword over to something that's equipped with another coloured equipment, then the previous equipment falls off if it's red. Obviously, it's red, which is very unusual to see coloured equipment. So I do beg your pardon there. Someone's pardon needs to be begged. 5 mana. I don't want to play any more things, just in case they have a farewell. Was there 1 mana off a farewell here? Yep, I feel like that might have cost me by doing that silly mistake. 4, 5, 6. Go on, use a farewell. And then we just rage quit. No, I'm not going to do that. It's the only red sword. Oh no, they do have red swords with the rep ring as well. They currently can't block this with the Bruno, so we probably just go over the top with Aurelia and call it a day. So there is definitely an advantage in banking stuff like Aurelia. might as well move this over because we get the 2 mana back anyway. Keep it back because Bruno will just kill it. And that's a lot of triggers. Goodness. Extra combat after this. That is actually crazy with this axe. So it means that we're actually going to be making 4 treasures per combat step. That is insane. Really cool. So there's definitely a reason why this deck is one of the most popular decks of all time. It's fun, it's fast, it's frenetic. There is something to be said about the fact that in 1v1, I think this is a lot better. I did actually used to have this card in Paper Commander, and it really didn't perform well in multiplayer Commander when you're focusing on attacking. It's just not ideal. I think the Command Zone said it as well, that attacking is the weakest strategy because you have to deal 120 damage. That's a hell of a lot in 4-player. In 1v1, you know, EDH, CDH, Historic Brawl, you've only got to deal with 25 most of the time. So it's a lot more manageable. And I think it kind of finds a sweet spot because I do complain about Historic Brawl's, you know, cutthroat nature, and it is a very fast, scary format, but it does mean that attack decks do have a chance to shine if built properly. And it's just something that it's the one difference this has to Commander. Because obviously against 3 other players, if somebody sees this, they know it has a reputation, and reputation is powerful. You'll get targeted. Anything that doubles things is almost always targeted first. So this actually has a place to live in Historic Brawl, and time has told us that it just gives us a lot more time to evaluate how effective these types of decks can be. And with that information, that's why the curve is really low. We don't really want to play the long game, as sad as that can be, because obviously we want to play lots of Magic, but we don't want the games to necessarily last too long, because we just don't do very well end game. If you're paying 5, 7, 9 mana for this guy, you're going to lose, essentially. That's why the top end only has 3 cards that are huge. Ultimatum, Aurelia, Sun-Titan, each of which are invaluable to the deck and definitely a must-craft for this deck archetype. The middle support cards, they can change, I think, quite a bit. It just depends on what flavour you want to go for. I mean, stuff like Anim, Pakal, Tajik are going to be excellent. Lannery Storm gives you so many treasures. I think the Diamond Pickaxe proved to be really effective in the game as well, just giving out lots and lots of treasures for not much input, you know. It's pretty crazy. If you can afford a Ragavan and paper as well, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, the other benefit of Historic Brawl is you don't have to spend 70 quid on an actual Ragavan. But yeah, I think it's still worthy, and it's nice to see old commanders still doing well. They aren't incredibly broken. Like, this is very good, don't get me wrong. It's very powerful, but it's not broken. And there's a difference. It's a huge difference. You actually have to do stuff to make this guy work. You have to resolve the creature. The creature has to come in and survive a turn, attack. You have to have creatures that actually have attack triggers. And it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful, good-fashioned, old-fashioned Magic. Fun. Mardu is definitely underrepresented in Historic Brawl as it is. So it's good to have this guy representing these colours. Really nice addition to the colour pie for this character, as I said. If you want to copy the deck list, it's in the description below. If you want to support the channel, check out their support pages below. You know what it is. I've said them enough. But yeah, support the channel. Yeah, and you should definitely watch more of my videos because it supports the channel and it costs you absolutely nothing but your time. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.